Hi guys, today's video is about chapter 180 of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, titled Pelio vs. Isolde, aka the most awaited fight in all of anime. So, let's get started. The audience is still thrilled from the last fight between Kion and Tantris/Tristan. The boys were there cheering Kion up, saying things like, "How are you, buddy?" And he was crying because according to him, even though Tristan had forgotten about him, the prince still saved him. He felt horrible for how he had treated the prince. Now, the boys are convinced that even though Tristan's mind has been wiped, the real Tristan is still in there somewhere. Speaking of Tristan, he's now visiting the fake Isolde. Well, she wasn't actually there because she fainted in the last match after seeing Tristan's struggles. So, Tristan jumps to see the fake Isolde, and there she is. Edlin, this dude here, explains to the prince why she fainted. He's well aware of the memory manipulation situation because Donnie's gang had already told him. Regardless, this other dude talks to Tristan and brings up the 10th birthday celebration where all the 7 deadly sins were present. This confuses and unsettles Tantris even more because now everyone is coming to him with this Tristan thing again. I think this is good. It's a step closer to Tristan recovering his memories, but Edlin scolds the dude because they were warned not to agitate Tristan, as he was wary of them. The fake Isolde wakes up, but now the fight between Isolde and Pelio is about to begin. Isolde seems really insecure about this fight, making the same face she's had for the last 2 chapters or so. Just to point out, Tristan obviously notices this second Isolde, which confuses him even more because his heart speeds up when he sees her. But the fake Isolde won't let it be. She pretends to be ill or something so that Tantris will turn his attention to her and not the real Isolde fighting right in front of them. Edlin points out that he knows a friend who can help, being Nazians, and Tantris leaves the place to go somewhere quieter. Now, the battle is about to begin. Pelio says it doesn't matter who wins because they know whoever it is will have to fight Tristan. So, if Isolde isn't prepared for this, she can just give him the victory. She's not sure what to do. The audience, including myself, isn't liking all this talking and just wants to see the actual fight. That's when the real Isolde sees Tristan, or Tantris, or whatever, running off with the fake Isolde. This closeness between the two frustrates the real Isolde a lot, and this frustration triggers her to awaken a new extent of her magic. She creates an aura around her body and throws it in every direction, causing it to explode. It seems like this makes Pelio trust Isolde's capability to fight Tristan after seeing this new awakened ability, so he just forfeits the match. He tells Isolde to try throwing those things at Tantris, her next opponent, and says he doesn't want to be part of this lover's spat. Everyone in the audience is obviously frustrated by the direction this fight took, but let's forget it because now we have the next incoming fights. The first is Percival versus Dubs in his other identity as the Mysterious Package. Interesting things here. I'm very confident that Percival's weapon, which Dubs said he hadn't finished yet when he gave the others to Percival's team, will be shown for the first time in this fight. Also, we'll have Nazians versus Diodora. Interesting. I can't really see either of them out of the tournament, so knowing one of them will have to get out is at least intriguing. Then there's Gawain versus Balin, the one I'm anticipating the most. To be honest, I just want to see Balin's weakness because, from what we've seen, the dude is just invincible. And the last fight is Tantris versus Isolde. But returning to the current events, the gladiators of the festival have a little break, and Pelio is talking to Hauser, who's fully recovered from his fight against Balin. Hauser questions Pelio about why he let Isolde win, instead of fighting to see who would be better suited to fight Tristan. Pelio just says that neither he nor Isolde stood a chance of beating the prince, and the real goal is to recover Tristan's memories. If they have any time to do it during the fight, it makes sense since Isolde is much closer to the prince than he is. He even says they're going to have to bet on the power of love this time around. Speaking of love, the fake Isolde is now being healed by Nazians and is accompanied by the rest of the gang. She says she feels much better now, and the real Isolde is there making a face I've never seen her make before. Tristan is now starting to get along with the main group, as he says he misread all of them, thanks them, and leaves with the fake Isolde. As they leave, the main group has a conversation about this suspicious person who looks exactly like their friend. Anne is angry because they brought the two lovers where Isolde could see them, and she questions why they gave her medication if it was just exhaustion. Nazians explains that resting is the best thing to do in this case. Now, Gawain states that there's no doubt about it. The exhaustion the fake Isolde was feeling was a symptom of her expending massive amounts of magical force, which is obviously the one putting Tristan in this illusion of him being Tantris. To end the chapter, we have Tristan and the suspicious Isolde having a particular conversation. Here, Tristan finally questions her, asking, "Who am I anyway?" And that's how the chapter ends. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. That was it for today.